Okay, please step out of the circle, sir. Okay, close the circle. Very good. All right, welcome all. Let's begin this scholar test. All right, Tom, please enter the circle. Scholar. Right. Okay, Tom, you declared your intent to challenge for the right to be known as a peer amongst the scholars of Toronto. Have you studied?
Yes.
Have you practiced?
Yes.
Have you fenced?
Yes.
We'll proceed in a good old way with this test, starting with questions about Emma and how we're founded. So firstly, can you tell us the mission statement of Emma?
Emma's mission statement is to research, resurrect, study, train, and instruct in the philosophies, practices, and combat skills of European martial artists in order to reach a state that is consistent with a medieval combatant in ideal and knowledge.
Okay, in service of that mission, we study two main masters. Who are they?
The two masters we study are Fiore di Liberi and George Silver.
Okay, for Fiore, can you tell us what you know about his life?
Fiore di Liberi was a free knight and who was born in roughly 1350 from Friuli, from the city of Cividale di Friuli, Dal Friuli, and he traveled around, or he started training in combat from a very young age, from his own words, where he studied under many masters with great expense of time and money, and he did this around Italy, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, most of, I would say, Central and Southern Europe. He then had published one book at the suggestion of Galeazzo, which contains what we believe to be the most complete manuscript of medieval fighting, from the basics of striking unarmed all the way to armored and horseback fighting with a variety of weapons. He trained a variety or many students, including there were 5 students who had duels that he speaks of, who none of them lost. He also fought other people he believed to be false masters, who he says were not good enough to be his students. They did not like this and challenged him to a duel, and in his words, he came out of them unscathed and with his honor intact. His number 1 student that he dedicated the book to is Niccolo III d'Este. I believe that is all I have.
So you mentioned Galeazzo. Who's that?
Galeazzo was one of his students, and they were nobles, and this one suggested to him that one cannot truly be a master without written resources, and suggested to him that he should write this manuscript.
And can you remember any of the other names of the students?
I do not at this time.
Just curious. You got one. You got one. Very good. Okay. Do you have anything else you want to share with us about his life?
I do not believe so.
Okay. So he wrote some books. Tell us about his works.
Some books? Sorry,
the books that we mentioned.
Oh, right. There are 4 manuscripts. The one that we study the most is the Getty, named as such for being located in the Getty Museum in California. That one is what they would say is the most complete, because it contains all the fighting methods or I guess there's some missing ones in the other ones, but it has the most complete set from unarmored to fully armored and horseback in a linear fashion going that way. This one, the Getty itself, is organized into quarters with a left to right, down, left to right fashion, often explaining things step by step. Not every single time, but most of the time it is like that. That one is, the Getty is written in plain language, which is what makes it best for our purposes for instruction. And some of the other copies are the Pisani-Dossi, which is in the possession of a private family in Italy. That one is written in rhyming couplets, so it is not as useful for understanding the content. The two others are the Morgan and the Paris, the Morgan being in the Morgan Museum in New York, and the Paris being located at the National Museum of Paris, and that one is written in Latin, and it also has color.